Laurie Dansby is with us on the line now. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, doing well. Glad to be here.
Great. Now, your latest song that you've got out at the moment is called I Crown You. So can you just describe the basic premise behind that song for us, first of all?
Yes, I will. Well, this song is definitely about love and relationships and really just kind of finding that one true person that you really want to spend your life with.
Yeah. And musically, do you feel it has a particular style that goes along with it?
Yes, I will say when I first heard the track, it was very nostalgic for me. It kind of took me back. I am an 80s baby.
Yeah.
I won't say what part of the 80s, but I am an 80s baby, which means I listened to a lot of music in the 90s. So this song has a very nostalgic feel, but still has everything that we look for in today's music. You know, catchy, it has a good vibe, and hopefully some good vocals too.
Yeah, I guess that's really important because there's a lot of songs that are inspired by gone by eras, which is great because you can still like it even if you're not really into new music.
True, very true.
And how long did the song take you to write?
Well, so this song, it was actually written, I will say, fully written by Ash DeVito. He gave me a call. We actually known each other in the industry for quite some time. And I kind of stepped away from music for a while. But anyway, to get back to your question, he gave me a call. I got back into music. He gave me a call. He saw a performance that I had done. And he's like, Lori, I've got to have you on this song. It was something that he's been working on for really trying to find an artist for quite some time. And so he said, hey, you know, if you vibe with it, give it a shot. Let's meet up and see what we can come up with. And I mean, immediately he's like, hand to a glove, let's go.
Yeah. And when you're singing somebody else's song, is there a kind of fear about whether or not you will kind of do it justice, or do you just try and have fun with it, I suppose?
Well, definitely. I mean, there's always, in my mind, just from who I am, you know, if you're representing someone, you always want them to be happy, of course.
Yeah.
You know, so I always try to just ask the right questions. Because I think ultimately, if someone asks, you know, you to do something, then that means, of course, they believe in you. They think you have what they need. So then it's my job as the artist to, again, like I say, ask the right questions and really just have confidence in what I'm going to put out there that, you know, that the writer or the producer wants to hear. So yeah, there's always a little apprehension, but you know what? In this industry and in this entertainment field, you got to be confident. Yeah. So you always want to lead with that.
Yeah. And I guess it must feel great if somebody's chosen you to sing their song.
Oh man. I was so honored, honestly, really so honored. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So going right back to probably years ago, how did you first get interested in making music in the first place?
Well, I mean, I'll tell you this, my first time really, really knowing that music was something I enjoy was in church choir. It was an opportunity to really just kind of mask yourself, you know, where you're not getting this spotlight of attention, but you have an opportunity to spotlight on yourself, you know, because you're in a group, you know, and I've played sports all my life, and I really, truly now understand that in a group, you're only as strong as your weakest link.
Yeah.
So especially when it comes to choir, you know, I was an alto, wanted to be a soprano, but I learned that's not your forte. Be great at what you've got. And So I mean, from then on, it was really just finding my way through music. Really, yeah, because I mean, music is so vast. You know, there's theater, there's writing, even if you're not a performer. So that really started my journey, I think, when I was about 12 years old, first time in church choir.
Yeah. And I suppose a lot of people might think of themselves to be quite musical, but would be a bit apprehensive themselves about releasing a song and maybe writing one. So how did you sort of overcome that?
Well, I will tell you, when I got into high school, I was in marching band, and I became like a dancer there.
Yeah.
So from then on, just that, stepping out on faith and wanting to be, I guess, seen in that light, where it wasn't just me. You know, I had the support of a group, but then again, like I said, you always have that opportunity to focus on yourself, because you're only as strong as the weakest link in the group. So so I thrived, I pushed hard, and I wanted to be captain. So I will say I pushed for that, and it really gave me some confidence to step out. And my first real gig in music was actually being like an actress in the show, or the Broadway written show, Dreamgirls.
Yeah.
That was one of my first ever performing gigs, like singing professionally, and that changed my whole life. It was such a great experience, seeing behind the scenes with, you know, how they do lights and sounds and rehearsal.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, stepping off to the side, you know, just to get your lines together before you run out on stage. It was a great experience. And it just taught me a lot. You know, the more I practice and the more I do, just have confidence in who you are, and you can only be yourself.
Yeah. And do you enjoy doing all these live performances and being in front of all your fans?
I tell you, it is really one of the greatest pleasures that I really do have. I mean, I meet so many different people, and even if I'm at a point where I don't know exactly what we're going to perform tonight, because I'll tell you, especially with live bands, sometimes you just got to feel what the audience is giving you, you know, and you've got to reciprocate that energy. So it may be a song you haven't sang for the past 3 months, or you hadn't even listened to, but oh my God, it's such a thrill, and it gives you this electric feeling when you're up there, to just to see people get excited and smile. And my motto about performing: if I'm not having fun, you're not having fun. So I have to bring that passion and energy to the stage. It's really one of my greatest passions.
Yeah, I guess that's so true. Nobody wants to go and see somebody that just looks bored.
Oh my goodness. I mean, you may enjoy it because you may like that artist, but then you might say, oh, I'm not sure if I'll go back.
Yeah. You know, it's always going to be best if they're happy, unless that person's made a career on being miserable. I don't know.
That part as well, which is true, and it happens.
Not to mention any names, of course.
That's right. We won't point any fingers, for sure.
No. So when you're not making music, do you have fun things that you like to get up to in that spare time?
Yeah, I mean, well, I guess in my spare time, I am a mom, and I will say that's one of my things that I just enjoy. Like yesterday, we went to the pool and just played around, and I was able to just play some music and relax for a moment. Yeah. But other than that, I love collaborating with other artists. I will say that's one thing I enjoy, just meeting with people who have a passion for music, number one.
Yeah.
A passion for creating, number two. And then, who have a mindset that as long as we try, then we can.
Yeah, that is absolutely the best mindset to have.
For sure. I'm new to Dallas here. I've just moved to Dallas maybe the past 2 years. And so I'm like a fish out of water right now, but I'm loving it because I'm just telling myself, make new friends.
Yeah.
And I'm putting myself in environments where there's so many fresh new artists and musicians. Dallas is like I won't say crowded, but
Yeah.
it has such a large plethora of musicians here. And I'm so excited about it because everybody is so driven to create and work together.
Yeah.
It's just been great. It's been great.
Yeah. And I guess being surrounded by loads of people similarly minded and quite musical, does that just power you up and make you want to sing even more?
So much. I mean, part of the reason I stepped out of music was because I was a mom.
Yeah.
And I really, I take that job to, I take that passionately. Like I want to give my child the best that I can. Yeah. But I will say here in Dallas, everyone is so welcoming and so warm and really genuine and honest. And I mean, every day that I get a chance to do something with music, I do. I mean, I'm going to an open mic this evening. There'll be a karaoke event a good friend of mine will be hosting on Thursday. There's a live band I like to hear on Fridays. Yeah. I mean, it's just night after night, new DJs around the city. Yeah, I'm so inspired, and I'm really excited to work with these artists here in Dallas and definitely do more with Global Keys. He and I is actually trying to work together on another project. So I'll get another chance to go to Houston and work with him. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited, and I'm just passionate about continuing to create new music.
Yeah. And do you have any future projects that you're able to tell us about, or is it all kind of top secret?
Oh, I wish I could say it was all top secret, but I will say just on my own, like I said, but first and foremost, other than the project that definitely I plan on moving forward with Global Keys, I'd like to do an EP on my own. So I have, like I said, been collaborating with a few artists here in Dallas, a young lady from Missouri, I believe. She's so awesome. She's LGBT community and super passionate. So she and I are going to try to collaborate on some things. But I honestly think that my record with Global Keys will probably happen before that project is complete. So I'm just going to keep dropping little gems around and keep myself on people's mind. and put that out as soon as possible.
Yeah. Well, as long as we know that there is stuff on the way, we can start to get excited and be ready.
Awesome.
Yeah. So where are we able to check out all the music that you have released so far, and in particular your latest song, I Crown You?
Okay, well, yes, you can find I Crown You on all platforms. Definitely Spotify. Let me tell you exactly, because I don't want to leave a single platform out. Ash DeVito has done some amazing things with this project. So we're on Spotify, Pandora. You definitely see us on SoundCloud, TikTok, YouTube, and Google Play.
Nice. That's pretty much everywhere then.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for coming on the show today. It's been great having you here today.
Thank you, Toby. It has been a pleasure to chat with you, and thank you so much for taking interest in a little bit working with Lori and Global Keys. We appreciate it. I appreciate it very much.